President Salva Kiir summoned the Minister of Finance and Planning, Hagaka Chilwala, and the Governor of the Bank of South Sudan, Moses Makur Deng, for a meeting to update him on the status of the economic reforms in the country and the utilization of the oil proceeds. In the statement to the media after the meeting, Hagaka Chil clarified his recent statement on the media that states that South Sudan oil has been pre-sold till 2027 was taken out of context. He further explained that what he meant was the crude spreadsheet and commitments on the developmental projects until 2027, and it does not mean that South Sudan oil has been sold out. The Minister of Finance has assured the country that the oil of South Sudan is still under the ground, and the government is working hard instead to increase the oil production.
The other thing I would like to clarify is the statement which was taken out of the context about the proceeds of the oil. What I meant was not reported as I said it. We said the oil advances or commitment were spread up to 2027. But it doesn't mean that the oil of South Sudan was sold out all. We still have our oil in the ground. We still have all our resources in the ground. And the government is embarking on initiative of oil enhancement to increase the production of the oil. And this is going on now. The process is going on to increase the production of the oil because we still have enough oil under the ground in southern Sudan. It doesn't mean all our oil has been sold away. No, the oil is still there. What we did was to spread the sheet of the advances which we made to that 27. And in the middle year, there are some corridors of cargoes which remain for the government to run the government. And that's why the government is still moving. The government is very strong. And after the unification of the forces, the government is still functioning well. And we are working with the Ministry of Petroleum to increase the to increase the oil production, whereby if we reach to the level of 350 or 300 barrels per day, 300,000 per day, that means that the talk of loans and the debts and the arrears will be eliminated as soon as our production increase. Otherwise, the development is still going on. There are roads being constructed. This is from the same oil proceeds. So I want to assure our people, it doesn't mean that the oil is sold away all, but it was the spreadsheet which we said have gone up to 2027. But the government is now embarking on a solution to increase the production of the oil because the oil is still down under the ground. And this oil, when it is sold, when it is produced, it will eliminate all these problems within a short time. So I just wanted to assure the public that the oil is still there, and we are doing our best with the Ministry of Petroleum to increase the production, because you remember I said the floods and the COVID-19 were the cause of all these things. But now the floods are going, although we know some is coming back, but the COVID-19 is going down. So the production of the oil will solve the whole thing, and then we will diversify our economy to have agricultural products, build our roads, and improve the livelihood of the southern Sudanese people.
The Minister of Finance and the Governor of the Bank of South Sudan also during their meeting briefed President Salva Kiir on their recent mission to Washington, D.C., where they held meetings with IMF and World Bank and mentioned that the IMF is waiting for the audit report to release more money for the country.
If there is anybody reporting that I said the IMF and World Bank will not give us loan, I think that is out of context, and I have not said anything of that kind. What I said was that they are waiting for the report of the auditor, and that report, as soon as it reached Washington, D.C., they will release the extended credit facility, which is going to be more money to Southern Sudan than what we have before. And actually they praise our reforms. They said you are doing well. It was the first time for the IMF and the World Bank to praise us that you are doing the reforms well. You continue on that fact. And they just want us to continue with the reforms. They want us to just send the report, and as soon as they get the report, they will extend it. That extended credit facility will be given to us.
The governor of the Bank of South Sudan, Moses Makur, reiterated that in any reformer agendas, there are always challenges of resistance from those who don't want such reforms. But he said that he will stand his ground to make sure that these reforms are made for the benefit of the people of South Sudan.
Let me clarify what I said. In any reform process, there is no unanimous support for any reform. There is resistance always for any reform. Because those who were enjoying the status quo, that were enjoying the first state of affairs, would not like the change to happen. This is a normal thing. It happens in any reform. Some people who are benefiting from the first system will say that this is bad to change. Let us remain as it is because they are benefiting from that. So it is a natural phenomenon, and it is normal for people to express discontent with the new set of situation. They need the old system to continue such that they benefit indefinitely. But the reality is that we should do what will benefit the economy as a whole, not individuals, because South Sudan does not belong to individuals. It is a state that is owned by all, and everybody should benefit from the resources that are available. Yeah. So we cannot support to accept for a few people to benefit from the resources that are available. That is the context we were talking. Yeah.